Well, I've neglected the channel a little bit, so I figured I'd treat you guys with a snake feeding video. These videos always tend to be pretty popular, so let's see if we could get some of these snakes to eat on camera for you. We'll start out with this anery striped motley. See if it's interested in taking. And looks like we're off to a great start. Ah, there you go. Jesus. Look at that thing go. Alright, so it seems as though we are perhaps off to a good start. Next one up here is our Tessera 100% het for hypo and blood red. Give him a decent sized fuzzy here. There you go. Had a nice shed recently, so. And is this one in shed? Oh, here is the opal motley. This is a kind of a small animal for its age, so we're gonna give it a smaller size fuzzy here. This is like our meanest corn snake, so. Oh yeah, how about that? This snake is literally hanging itself. Yep, Colubrids are always really interesting to feed. They have crazy feed responses and they go nuts over food, especially when you only feed them once a week. So let's give this guy a fuzzy. This is again a hypo blood red, and all our hypo blood reds are also het for caramel. That was nice and gentle. Way to make me a liar. Go on about how colubrids are crazy to feed and take it ever so gently off the tongs. Next one up, same deal. Same morph. Let's see if we can get it to turn around. Another timid one. These guys have just recently been upgraded to fuzzies, so that's why they're probably a little bit hesitant to take the prey items. There you go. Don't worry guys, we have more interesting stuff feeding later on in the video. This animal is going through a shed, so we won't feed that one. And this one as well. Here's an interesting animal. We'll see if she'll eat on camera. I don't believe she ever has eaten in front of me, but this is our last rhino rat snake. This is a female. And she's all the way in the back there. So, let's see if she takes this. There you go. You guys can see her. You can see she's already starting to turn a little bit green, so that's pretty cool. See if we could focus in on her a little bit better. Yeah, it's still eating pinkies. These guys hatch out extremely small. Even that is like a pretty big pinky for how big that snake is. So, next up we got some mosaic phase king snakes. So we're gonna give these guys much bigger fuzzies. That might even be a hopper? No, this is a fuzzy. There you go. King snakes are beasts. They always feed really well. That's the nice thing about colubrids is usually you don't have to really play with them too much to get them to strike and eat something. So let's go with this fuzzy, I guess. There you go. Cool, alright. On to the next couple of animals. Alright, time to feed some of my favorite snakes we have here at Safari Reptiles. The hognose snakes. Oh boy. Well, this one appears to be a little bit nervous. Usually this anaconda female always jumps right on the food. I did just clean their cages, so they might not be as aggressive at taking the food as they usually are, because this female usually is always crazy to eat, and that's kind of like more of an aggressive strike, but it looks like she'll grab it right here. And I kind of botched the camera work there, guys. Sorry about that, but there goes that anaconda female hognose snake, Western hognoses. I love these guys. They stay nice and small. This female's about a year old. We're feeding them decent sized praise about once a week. Sometimes if I could get in more than once a week, I'll give them a second offering. But this female right here, we're going to feed her a smaller hopper. Actually, its hopper is almost smaller than one of those fuzzies I gave the king snake earlier. I might have messed that up actually. And this girl is super like food crazy. She'll try to eat anything and everything. So I gotta be careful here that she does not tag me and latch on and give me a chew. And this is like the tamest she's ever like taken a rodent. I find her extremely beautiful. She is a lot redder than most of the regular albinos you see. I believe she is in fact from the red line. You can see how she looks versus the really nice female anaconda I'm about to feed. She is not an anaconda, she's just a regular, but you can see the difference in her color compared to this female right beside her. So yeah, I love these guys. They're pretty active. They're hardly ever hiding. The male hides a little bit more often than these girls, but they are feeding machines and they look so cool. So I'm a huge Western hognose snake fan. You can see this girl's almost got her hopper down already. I've been thinking of asking Joseph and seeing if he'll agree with me that we should get a snow, because I really like hognoses and I think snows look pretty damn cool. So let's see if this female anaconda will eat. She didn't eat for me last week, so she did the same type of stuff last week, so she might not eat. Sometimes they'll just randomly go off feed like that. See, she's like hooding up like a cobra and doesn't really look like she's interested in feeding. And snakes go through these phases sometimes. Yeah, she's not interested in feeding, so we'll move on to the next. Our male hognose, I'm gonna tell you right now, he's pretty weird. He really doesn't do well with anything over the size of a small fuzzy. And 2 sheds ago, his eyes didn't shed really well, and I tried to remove the eye caps, but I had a hard time doing it. It was stressing him out more than anything, so I thought I would let him be, see what happens, and one of his caps shed out. And let's just get him out here. You can see he's pretty small compared to that female there, but he still should be able to eat like a decent sized fuzzy and hold it down, but for whatever reason. So let's see if he's interested in eating. So what I was just talking about, you could see that eye there is pretty weird, and he's coming out of the cage, which is not good. Let's get him back there. But you could see his what would that be? His right eye is fine. And this camera's very blurry right now. His right eye is fine, but his left eye looks kind of weird right now. So he did shed that eye cap off the other one. See if he's interested in eating. And it seems as though the hognoses are letting me down today. It's okay. The next 2 snakes we're about to try feeding will definitely not let us down. They are, you know, some of the hardiest snakes and some of the most predictable snakes, and they're just a dream to work with. They are actually my complete favorite snake to work with. That doesn't even make sense, but I like these next guys even more than I like the Western hognose snakes. And you can see this girl is just put that fuzzy, wow, that really big fuzzy slash really small hopper down with no problem, and you know, the girl beside her already finished. So I might give these two a second offering. Probably the meals that she refused and he refused. So let's get on to the next couple animals here. Carpet pythons. All right. First up, we have a zebra female. She is not the nicest zebra in the world. She's very kind of drab looking, to be honest with you. But she's actually very friendly, which is kind of, I don't want to say rare for a carpet python, but definitely young carpet pythons, they usually have a little bit more attitude. But this female has always been really chill since we got her when she was really small, which is something that cannot be said for the next snake we're going to feed. But let's get her to poke her head out here so we can get a nice strike. Oh my god, the carpet's going to make me out to be a liar. Oh my god. Imagine if she doesn't take, which it doesn't look like she's gonna. To be fair, these rats aren't warmed up right now, but, you know, typically a carpet will grab it right away. Might have to play with her a bit. No, doesn't look like it. Wow, can't believe it. Carpet pythons are usually, when it comes to feeding time, they'll never say no. But we got our zebra jag here, which again, not the nicest looking zebra jag, but I like this girl a lot because unlike this one over here, she is very mean, but she's a great feeder. She's never rejected food, even when she's in blue or going into a shed, which I said going into blue or going into the shed, it's the same damn thing, but I think you guys get what I'm saying. And there you go. Fantastic. I love carpet pythons. If everything goes according to plan, you guys will probably see two really cool animals at the end of this video. Alright guys, so here's one of the two animals I promised to show you guys at the end of the video. We're actually at my place right now where I've been keeping these two snakes for the last 6 months, and neither of them have eaten since, so they're both probably pretty hungry. The reason why they're here at my place is because I was attempting to breed them, but unfortunately I think that this male was just a little too young to go this season. So tried a couple different methods, but couldn't get them to go for me this year. So what we're looking at right here is a carpet python. This male is a albino caramel. So the caramel gene up here in North America, it is co-dominant and has a super form. This is basically the combo that the name that has been given to this combo is actually a sunglow, but it's not really a sunglow because it's not an albino hypo, it's an albino caramel. So I guess you could have the super version, which would be a albino super caramel. But basically, and it's kind of hard to tell right now just because the lighting is so bad, you can see the animal almost appears patternless. It's basically a very light shade of yellow and then like a very pale pink. So a nice looking animal nonetheless. Let's see if he's ready for his first meal of 2017, which he definitely looks to be hungry. So there you go. See if we could get a better look at him. Whoop. You can see he's not letting go at all. He's probably starved from the breeding season. So that is the first animal. And while the next animal here is just a regular albino that you'll see, it's also an adult female, which is pretty impressive. So this guy, we'll call it a sunglow, even though, like, I guess we could call it an American sunglow even. But while this guy is rather nice looking, the female, you know, because of her size, kind of blows him away, in my opinion. So this animal here belongs to me and Joseph, Safari Reptiles. And this next animal is a loner female. I actually owned this animal at one point. She was produced by Don Patterson. This is a standard, meaning there's no other morph in there, albino. Now, obviously, it's not a pure Darwin. It's a mixed carpet, but very nice looking animal nonetheless. So I actually owned her first, and then when I was going to school, I basically sold all my reptiles, and I sold her to my buddy Julian, and you could tell he's done a real good job with raising her up. She's huge, and I mean, think about it, this female hasn't eaten in 6 months, and she's just a monster. So let's offer her her first meal of 2017 as well, and that'll basically be the end of this video. So very nice looking female. Definitely was big enough to go, but she's only 3.5 years old, so maybe we'll try again next year, not so sure. I think the big thing that kind of messed up the breeding season was the fact that we moved the snakes to my place, so they kind of changed their environments. And even though like this female has been in this cage for a while, this is the cage she had at Julian's. Just the fact that, you know, she had to travel, that could have like messed things up. Sometimes these things happen, so can't be too upset about it. I'm gonna offer her a small prey item here because it's her first in a while. Let's see if she's interested in taking. It looks like she's probably going to take it, but ever so gently. The rat's not super warm right now, so that could be the reason why she's being hesitant, but she definitely seems interested. I got a feeling she's definitely going to take. Huh, look at that. Pretty much as gentle as can be. So, hope you guys enjoyed the video. You got to see, you know, big carpet python, big albino carpet python up close. Just love the way these guys look. I mean, really, if you go back and rewind this a bit, you could see they have the coolest dragon-like faces. It's a big reason why I am attracted to the carpet python snakes. And a lot of the snakes in the Morelia genus, they all tend to have that really cool looking, again, like I said, dragon face. So, hope you guys appreciate the video. I know it's been a little while since I put one out. We'll put out more, hopefully, in the next coming weeks. So, thanks, guys. If you haven't subscribed, please do. Take care, and I'll see you later.